So let's jump into a text that argues globalism threatens the fuel of evolution itself, diversity.
And right away, the author makes a pretty bold claim, connecting globalism directly to extinction.
The core of this argument is all about genetic diversity. Think of it as evolution's raw material.
So, diversity is fuel because it provides the variety that natural selection needs to work.
And the text argues that without this variety, populations just stagnate, leading to harmful inbreeding. To make this point, the author uses insects as a prime example of survival through diversity. Insects have been around way longer than mammals, showing how diversity drives long-term success. But according to the author, in just the last 100 years, humans have gone in the opposite direction. The author then distinguishes between globalism and empire, based on how they're structured and exert control. But the text claims that's just a disguise for a new kind of empire run by elites. And the author has some strong words for the result, a bland, homogeneous gloop of uniformity. So let's look at the 4 main ways the author says globalism actually destroys diversity. First, there's cultural homogenization, the idea that global brands just wash away local identities. Second is what they call economic imperialism, where huge corporations create a faceless consumer culture. Third, the text points to mass immigration, arguing it can erode a nation's culture without integration. And finally, even our cities are losing their unique character, replaced by standardized architecture. Now, the author addresses counter-arguments, but says any attempt to manage this just leads to conflict. So what's the author's solution? Well, it's to focus on building a peaceful local community. And this leads to a pretty stark geopolitical prediction for the world in the year 2026. The author sees the world split in two, a massive BRICS bloc and a much smaller US/European alliance. Which leaves us with a big question. Is global connection at odds with the diversity needed for survival?